Gooseworx has new posts on Tumblr on Amazing Digital Circus, with one post saying that storyboards are ready for episode 6, while the animation team is working on episode 4, and episode 3 is in post-production. A preview showed 2 images from the upcoming episode, which will focus on Zooble. One image reveals a classic fight scene between Kane and Zooble, but the second image is more intriguing as it features Pomni, Kinger, and a human hand. This suggests that episode 3 might include a reference to escaping the digital circus and provide more insights into the interactions and devices within this world. Alternatively, it could introduce a new boss that our heroes will have to battle to survive in this thrilling adventure of Kane. The outline of a mysterious house hints that the new episode may revolve around this location, setting the stage for further speculation about the events that might unfold in this eerie setting. Zooble is a straightforward, arrogant, yet sincere character, as seen in the funeral scene for Kaufmo. Notably, Zooble often refuses to participate in adventures. In the pilot episode, Kane punished her for this, but in episode 2, she managed to hide and avoid punishment. Unlike the others, Zooble resists all attempts at persuasion, and it's possible that an AI, which is 57 times more advanced than Gloink, was created specifically for her, suggesting that the location on the map should have been Zooble, not Pomni. Zooble's insistence on avoiding adventures might stem from a traumatic experience she had in one of these adventures before Pomni's arrival, making Glink's antics seem trivial by comparison. The interaction between Jax and Zooble is also noteworthy. The rabbit tries various ways to mock Zooble, but she never gives him the satisfaction. Gooseworx has mentioned that episode 3, which is her favorite, will be even more captivating than expected. Given that Zooble is her favorite character, it's likely that the lack of detailed information about Zooble in the pilot and second episodes was intentional, with more crucial information about this complex character reserved for episode 3. Gooseworx hinted at this, promising more revelations about Zooble in the upcoming episodes, which is exciting because Zooble is perhaps the most enigmatic character. While other characters have distinct traits, Kinger's paranoia, Gangle's inability to stand up for herself, Ragatha's insecurity paired with kindness, Jax's love of violence, and Pomni's compassion for everyone, Zooble remains a mystery. Even the characteristics introduced early on provide little insight into her true nature. Many people know that Zooble is a reference to the Zolo constructor, but they don't fully grasp the complexity of this idea. Like the peculiar constructor, Zooble is made up of disconnected parts, which contributes to her struggle with self-identity. This internal conflict, characterized by the constant search for the perfect image, prevents Zooble from recognizing who she truly is. In the musical adventure, Zooble Room was shown, finally revealing what her chest of details looks like. The room itself holds great significance. It is filled with colors and details that seem to match yet don't, highlighting the contrast when compared to other characters' rooms. Speculating on what might happen to Zooble in the new episode and subsequent ones, there is a possibility that Zooble could be on the brink of death in the upcoming episode. She might once again opt out of an adventure, leading to serious consequences. This episode, unlike previous ones, will not be suitable for children, indicating that it will feature terrifying, disgusting, or horrifying elements. Given that episode 3 will focus on Zooble, she will likely be at the center of this horror. The new episode will likely be set in a mystical house containing objects like a tape recorder and Martha Mylan-Hall's seal. Zooble will likely refuse to participate in the adventure, angering Kane, who may then force her into it. Since Zooble often limps on one leg, and the adventures beyond the digital circus tent are accessible through a portal, Kane could exploit these factors to bring Zooble into a new location due to her physical limitation. This could be the opening scene, marking the start of Zooble's journey of self-discovery. The entire episode may focus on Zooble's quest to understand her true identity, setting the stage for significant character development. To explore Zooble's character and the broader implications, let's split this discussion into 2 parts: character and implications. Zooble is typically seen as a neutral character, known for her rudeness. This was most evident in a scene where Zooble bluntly told Kinger that she believed he should have been turned into an abstracted monster instead of Kaufmo, even though Kinger was the one who saved her. It's easy to overlook the possibility that Zooble might actually be a vulnerable individual who hides her weaknesses. Her arrogance and actions could merely be a facade. Despite her flaws, she maintains relatively good relationships with the others. And even Pomni, who feels the most uncomfortable in the digital circus, senses Zooble's support. Episode 3 might gradually unveil this aspect of her character, revealing more of Zooble's true nature as the story progresses. A parallel can be drawn with Goo, who was initially portrayed as a villain but evoked sympathy as the second episode unfolded. I suspect Gooseworx may have left a subtle hint in the last episode. Remember how desperately Goo tried to involve Zooble in the new adventure, using every trick possible? As I previously mentioned, Goo might have been intended for Zooble. Drawing a parallel between them, we see that they are alike. They both grapple with self-identity issues. Episode 3 should make us empathize with Zooble, and Gooseworx has already hinted that her favorite version of Zooble will appear in Episode 4. Additionally, from Episodes 3 to 9, we will see more of Zooble, making it unlikely that she will fully transform into an abstracted monster. However, we shouldn't forget that Gooseworx mentioned that the concept of abstraction will also be explored in an episode, detailing how this transformation occurs. Based on current information, Zooble might experience this phenomenon in the third episode amidst her internal struggles. Alternatively, Zooble could find the strength to emerge as a leader within the digital circus, guiding the others. Considering how boldly she confronts Kane and isn't afraid to stand up to Jax, it's plausible that Zooble will become Pomni's main ally in searching for the digital circus's elusive exit. It's also possible that Zooble might experience a character arc similar to Jax's. Initially, both were portrayed as somewhat rude and straightforward. Jax's full character was revealed in Episode 2, showing him to be far worse than a mere bully. He became a maniac obsessed with death and violence, proving his nature through his actions. If my theory holds, Zooble might also be hiding a dark side. A fascinating theory suggests that Zooble could be a reference to Judas Iscariot from the famous painting, The Last Supper, where Judas, who betrayed Jesus, sits with one hand on the table. In the pilot episode, there's a clear allusion to this, with Zooble playing the role of Judas. This suggests that Episode 3 might depict Zooble getting closer to the others to gain their trust, and with Pomni, this already seems to be happening. Gradually, Zooble's true nature and intentions within the digital circus will be unveiled. What if Zooble is an NPC created by Kane to spy on everyone else? This theory holds some weight, given her habitual avoidance of adventures, which raises suspicion. Perhaps Zooble is aware that things could go wrong for her among the other NPCs, potentially exposing her true nature. Although this theory borders on the absurd, it does provoke thought. What are your theories on this? Share them in the comments. I'll be very interested to read. And even better comments will be in the next video. Subscribe to the channel and put a like. See you soon.